You are listening to the No Invite Podcast.
Season 3.
The progression.
Follow us on Instagram at no_invite_podcast or look us up on YouTube at No Invite Podcast.
The best kept secret.
All right, bang, we're back. I believe now, you know what I'm saying, your boy suffers from all kinds of memory, short-term memory, you know, to traumatic memories and shit like that. But I believe it's episode 90, right?
Perhaps. I think you're right.
You know what? You sure have changed. Ever since you started being on the podcast, you don't even fucking remember no more. But at least you know my pain, though. You feel me?
It's 90. It's 90.
Shout out. We got Hot Momma in the building. How you doing?
Hey,
I don't want to call you by your government. You know what I mean? We gonna
only if you say it like how you said it that one time when fucking...
Which time like this? Okay, Esther. How you doing today?
I say I don't like it, but it's hella funny at the same time.
Esther says she don't like it. But I know she's lying.
HT.
Oh, yeah.
Just kidding.
All right, what's up? Well, we done fucked up for like, we're not even a minute into the podcast already. We acting up. Episode 90, 10 episodes away from 100 episodes. It is a milestone. I don't know how we're going to celebrate. Maybe I'll eat some shrooms and do a podcast.
I was thinking that actually is honestly, I just got a fresh bag of some yummies. And I was thinking like, because, you know, me, I'm always thinking about the podcast sometimes. And I was thinking, like, what would be cool is, like, what if we, like, fucking microdosed before an episode and just seeing what the fuck happened?
You know what's crazy about that is that in the moment, you know, if we did that, it would probably be the fucking... the dopest shit ever on earth. And then the next day we'll listen back to that shit and we're gonna be like, bro, what the fuck? I was like, hey bro, we're tripping. Like, nah, that shit, we ain't even making sense. We're like, yo, the fucking cosmos. You start getting off into some, you know what I'm saying, some space age shit. I don't know.
See, what stopped me from following through with that thought was that I have to drive home after this, and I was like, I'm gonna have to like ride my bike or something.
Uber,
gonna have to do something safe. Anywho, it's a thought, or even talking about some funny trips that we've had. You know, like
I mean, we could do that. What was the one of your milestone trips that you said you've been through on shrooms or acid? Because I've done acid before too. I don't know.
I've never done acid. I'm a little apprehensive to do acid.
Because it's not natural?
Well, not because it's not
natural!
Well, because it just lasts for so much fucking longer and it's so much more intense, no?
It is, but it's just like anything else. It's just dose it. Like, back in the days, we used to have acid 2 ways, and I'm sure they still have it the same way, obviously. I haven't seen it unless, like, people are doing it in pills and shit like that. But back in the day, it used to be in sugar cubes. People would have, like, a dropper of LSD, and they'd hit each dropper. Well, it depends, you know what I'm saying, what you pay for. Then you got the one drop ones, and then you got the ones that are double dipped, you feel me? So it's 2 basically drops, I'm assuming. I don't know, you know what I mean?
I don't know the recipe.
I don't know the geographics and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But just know that I know. Wink, wink, you feel me? Your boy done been there and back, you know what I'm saying? Lance Armstrong wasn't the only motherfucker on the moon when I was there, you dig? Or Lance Armstrong, ain't that the biker dude or something?
That he is.
It was Neil too. Anyways, so yeah, back in the day, and then they would have like sheet paper. They would cut paper.
That's how I feel like I've seen it before, is like on the sheet paper, then you just kind of like, it's like a Listerine strip almost type of deal, you know? Yeah. Then you put that on your tongue. And
most definitely. And it was this. And
is it immediate or is it kind of like gradual like shrooms?
It's gradual. It's not like you just fall off a cliff. You know, people do that. They say that's what DMT is like. DMT is another.
Oh yeah, that's like an instant fucking.
Yeah, I'm cool.
I haven't done DMT. I am interested in that though.
I am. They say you're supposed to do it when it wants you to do it, not when you want to do it, or something.
I see.
Like
you
that.
know, that's how I felt with shrooms though for the longest time. Is I never really went looking for them, but if they fell into my lap, you know what I mean. Nowadays, I'm kind of like, using them differently than I did before, and so. Well,
it's microdosing. Remember back in the days, like eat an eighth, eat a half an eighth. You're fucking. It's like, bruh,
chill out.
Way too much.
Chasing the fucking leprechauns and shit.
Oh my god! And they were wondering why people had horror stories and shit. It's like, bro. But even then, like, okay, so I'll tell you the first time. I don't think I said this on the podcast before. I know I said the when we went to the rave acid story.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, so okay, so this is back in the day. This is like, I'm not gonna say exactly what year, but I'm a freshman. You know, I'm the fresh fish on the wire. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm out there. And then we moved to Concord for reasons I can't currently disclose. Got to wait for a couple more years for the just to make sure we're in the clear and whatnot. But we ended up living in Concord. I'm a kid, obviously, and I was a freshman. And if you know what age I really am, then it don't fucking matter. And I'm okay. Anyways, I don't know why I said that.
It was like 30 years ago, you guys.
At least. No, more than, less than 30. Not that old.
I was joking.
Jeez, that's crazy. Anyways, I don't give a fuck. I am old. So I'm a freshman. And, you know, I'm going to high school, and I'm going to my freshman year. I started it in Mount Diablo in Concord, and I hated it. I hated it because I you know what I mean? I had nothing but enemies at that school. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
The only thing that saved me from going to that school was that we used to live in Concord before, back in the days, and all my brother's friends from back in the day that remembered me were seniors. And I'm talking about these motherfuckers were like 6'2", 6'3", big jock motherfuckers, you feel me? And big motherfuckers in general. I'm the only little Mexican dude with them and shit, you know what I mean? But they're like, don't trip, we got you. It's nothing. And I'm like, bet. I'm like, cause I'm not going, I'm gonna get expelled out this motherfucker real fast. So that summer, though, the summer before that freshman year, which is a whole nother traumatic experience that we'll cover in the next episode. Stay tuned. I'm going to start fucking saying these podcasts like comic books be writing and shit, how they write comic books. Stay tuned for the next episode.
For the next series of my traumatic event.
Will he reveal another thing that's scarred him permanently? Find out.
Will we find out why he's as fucked up as he is?
Your local scumbag. Signing off. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going there. That summer before that, though, I don't know nobody. We live off Willow Pass Road in Concord, over there by, you know, where you almost to the freeway, you know, when you're about to get over there by that Chevron now and all that shit. Anyway, so I live over there. Well, you know, it sucks. I don't know nobody. I grew up in Pittsburgh. We moved to Concord and whatnot.
You're over the hill now.
Yeah, I'm over the hill now. So, but I lived there before when we were really young. When we first moved to, from the city out here, moved to Concord for a few years, and then we moved to Pittsburgh, called Pittsburgh home, because that's where I learned everything. You know, I actually really grew up and had my first actual roots. You know what I mean? Before that, we were moving around everywhere. But so we out there. It fucking sucks. I'm like, I have to go to the store and do the old school spotter. You know, when like I lived out here, I could just holler at one of my older homies and, bro, can you give me a fucking beer? Like, he wasn't even 21, but they would let him in because he looked like it, right? So, you know, I'm out there in front of the bond fair right there. You know that bond fair?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, looking for a spotter. And you know, when you are something, you could spot somebody else that's something too, right?
Totally.
So, you know, a painter knows a painter. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A murderer knows a murderer. You dig? So,
wow.
I'm sitting there and I see this white chick pull up with this other cat. I forgot dude's name, and I'll tell you why I forgot his name in a minute. But she pulls up. And she looks at me instantly. She's like trying to get a spotter. I'm like, hell yeah.
Hey.
She's like, us too. Don't trip. We got it. And I was like, bet. She's like, what do you want? And gave her my money. Told her what I wanted. You know, I wanted a 40, and I believe it was either a 40 of. It's probably a 40 OE. Because that used to be my shit. Or,
Ew.
I mean, English. Oh, English.
Mine was Mickey's, though, so I mean, it's not much better.
Don't ever judge me. Don't ever say ew. You drinking the motherfucking.
Old E is even worse.
You're drinking the motherfucking Hornet. You know what I'm saying? The
it
green
had like
Hornet.
the little like thing on the cap, though, right? Keep you like entertained.
Yeah. Only stoners were entertained by that, but yes. Everybody else was just like, okay, throw that shit. We would actually look at it and laugh. Anyways, but yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
Get
so
your nasty beverage.
yes. What you know, when I think about it as kids, it's like, bro, why did we insist on doing the worst shit? Like, you know what I mean? It's like they had Hennessy back then. They had Modelo's back then.
We were kids though. Like, I know that we were just barely scraping enough money, you know what I mean, to do anything. So I feel like those fucking bottles of like Todka vodka and fucking
shit like that.
You know, the bottom shelf shit was all that we could do at that moment, you know.
We were just thinking more bang for our buck. That's all. We didn't realize, you know, we had them young impressionable livers that we're ready for a
now.
punch or two. It's like, now I can't. If I did, I know the next day I'm gonna feel like shit.
Oof.
It's just gonna make me feel horrible. So why do it? I drink, but I'm gonna drink. I gotta drink something good. You feel me? So back to my story.
Okay, so you're there at Bonfair.
We're at Bonfair. This white chick. Her name was Dolly, by the way. Wherever you're at, Dolly, I hope you're fucking doing swell. So how come you forgot
dude's name though? Like you made like friends with them or something?
Well, okay. So we're gonna jump to that real quick.
Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Years later on down the road, I ended up being in, I believe, county jail with her brother. And her brother, I was like, yo, woo. And then he was from our area, so in jail you usually holla at the people from your county or whatever, or your area. So we got to chopping it up, and he told me who his sister was. He showed me a picture. I was like, yo, I know her. I'm like, yo, and I told him the story. So anyway, so she's like, boom, we get it. They get a speaking of it right now, they get a gallon of generic vodka. They get a gallon of orange juice. Oof. And then I get my 40.
Excuse me.
I tell them right on, because they had somebody, I guess, coming already, I believe. So I tell them, thank you, I appreciate it. And she's like, where you going? I was like, I'm probably just going to go bend a corner and drink this shit somewhere. We got to hide, by the way, what I'm saying? It's not like I was 21 once again.
But you got a house you can kick it in.
Nah, like, I don't, because my sisters at the time, they know I drink, they know I smoke.
But it ain't cheddar to come home and kick your feet up like you're 14 years old or what? Nah. Some hell of out of pocket ass age to be drinking this old year.
Nah, hell no. I was a real scumbag. I was drinking it out in the streets, hiding in my shame and shit with my shame. But anyway, so then we jump. She was like, where you going? I was like, I'm probably going to go drink this over at the park or something. She's like, we're about to kick it back here and shit. You know what I'm saying? You got some weed? I had a little bit of weed. I was like, yeah. She's like, we got some too. You want a match? I'm like, let's go. So dude was cool. We was chopping up with her. We get there. It's like 4 other friends. Now, these are all skater dudes. Skater. They were all skater kids, put that way, okay? And this is how you know that I really fuck with everybody. Well, yeah, but there's everything everywhere.
Okay, I suppose you're right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you wouldn't think that they would be like, yo, what's up? You want to hang out? But then if you know skater kids, you know that they would.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But most people don't have a lot of interaction with them, don't understand that. So they fucked with me. They're like, yeah. I was like, boom. Went over there, chopped it up. We smoking, we rolling blunts. Back then we were rolling the not the cigarillos, but the bigger ones. I forgot, the Phillies. Oh. Disrespectful. And we're rolling Bammer. Stop playing with me. The abuse continues.
Hey, my favorites were the honey Phillies. Those ones were super yummy.
Yep, and
but nobody does that nowadays. That's
what
out.
Else? The
They have the Optimos too.
Yeah, all that shit. But back then it was all style. You know what I mean? Everybody was into those. Everybody was like,
you had to make your weed taste bad or taste good because, like you said, it was fucking.
No, these were plain though. These were just like regular plain Swisher.
Oh yeah, I wasn't flavored.
No flavors. We didn't do flavors. So anyway, so I'm like, bet. We chilling there, and they're like, hey, they're all passing each other little tabs, little square pieces of paper. I'm like, yo, what's that? You gotta understand, at this point, the only thing I've ever done is smoke weed and drink alcohol, and that's it in my life, right? I'm like, what is that? They're like, yo, this is acid. I'm like, for real? What the fuck does that do? Like, this is where the sound effects come in, the wind chimes in the background.
You whispered it too. You're like, this is acid.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to take y'all there, y'all. You know what I mean? Like I said, a little bit of sound effects, y'all right there with me.
We need one of those shh.
That's what I'm saying. The wind chimes in the background, you dig what I'm saying? And the wind blowing, you dig? This is acid. It's magical, you feel me? Yeah. So anyways, I was like, for reals, I'm asking questions. I'm like, yeah, what does it do? So it just makes you feel hella high, makes you feel cool. You know, you get little visual. Like, they kept it 100 with me. They didn't lie to me. You know, a lot of people, people just give them shit, don't even give a fuck how they feel. And so I much respect. They gave it to me. They told me what it kind of does, more or less, and how long it more or less lasts. Last couple of hours, maybe like 4 or 5 hours. I was like, I got time. They gave me one. Bam, here we go. Out there, we're chilling, drinking. Couple hours pass by, and I'm starting to notice a trend actually with this. So if you heard the other story, you know what I'm talking about. But a couple hours pass by, I'm like, yo, I forgot what time it is. I was like, yo, somebody got the time? They're like, yeah, it's such and such. And I know my mom got home like around 5. I think it was like 4:50 or something like that. I'm like, yo, I gotta go. Now, I wasn't too far from where we lived because the Bonfair was right down the street. And then from there, we were at a school. I forgot what fucking school it was, but we were in the back field and shit. And I'm like, man, I gotta go. So run all the way to the house. And I look and I see my mom in traffic. I'm like, yo, because I'm in trouble. You know, I'm not supposed to be out to begin with. You know what I'm saying? I was already acting up. I was a bad kid and all that shit, right? So I'm like, oh, mom's going to wig out on me. So I'm running. I make it all the way to the house. And I guess it was the running because I didn't feel it the whole time I was at the school. The whole time we were chilling because we did it early and we drank. So I was thinking maybe the alcohol drank. But the minute I ran and started picking up my heart rate, and by the time I stopped running and I got to the house and I caught my breath, I'm looking and everything's just like, wah. I'm like, I was like, my mom just got home. My sisters, like I said, they know I do, but they don't, you know, obviously they can't condone it in the house because my mom's staying with me, right, with us and shit. So, well, we're staying with my mom, in other words, you know what I mean? But, yeah, so I'm just in there like, I'm so I'm tripping. And they're like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm just tired, you know what I mean?
Just tired.
You know how you gotta play it all?
Yeah,
I'm just
for
tired,
sure.
I'm
Been
sleepy.
there.
I'm trying to sleep this off. Hey, I'm trying to sleep this off. One eye open and shit. So, what's it called? So then I'm like, fuck. They're like, it's dinner time. Usually mom gets home. It's around the time dinner's getting ready or whatever. 5:30, something like that. We eat it early. So I'm like, I'm not really hungry. They're like, come eat something. You know, they're on me. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm going to sit down. And guess what we're having? A nice big bowl of spaghetti.
Oh.
So I look down at it and it's just I wasn't seeing no snakes or anything weird like that. It just looked like it was moving, like it had a pulse. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it. I'm just like, this shit really don't look appetizing at all. And I'm looking at my mom and looking at them. And I feel, you know, when you're high, whatever.
How old were you?
I was a freshman.
Okay, so 14, 15.
Yeah, something like that. So I was looking at my mom and they didn't know, you know what I'm saying?
No, you're having this whole trip by yourself.
By myself. And I'm looking at my sister and my sister's looking at me like she's shaking her head. She got the tight eyes looking at me like
she probably knows. Like she probably
knows something's up, but she doesn't know to this degree.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? That's what's so mania about my first time doing this shit because it was like, yo, I couldn't tell anyone. The only people that knew what I was doing was the people that was at the park with me, and they were off on their own trip.
They were doing
they were. I don't know who the fuck knows, but obviously they were more well equipped to fucking deal with this shit than I was. But it wasn't a bad trip though. I ate a little bit, like faked it, you know, I'm good. Did my little chores that I had to do and shit, hella fucking just like thinking everybody watching me. I'm feeling like I'm walking through the pool and shit, hella slow, like, and that's it. But that was my experience, you know what I'm saying? My first time
I dig that
fucking
for sure.
frying,
That's
bro.
pretty cool. I hope mine can be just as great one day for sure. Yeah. I mean, I will probably eventually, but it will just fall into my lap though, you know.
Once again, yeah. If it finds you, not if you find it. If it wants you, not when you want it, I guess, or whatever. Somebody says so. I could be, you know, saying that backwards, by the way. So.
You probably are.
Chances are my dyslexia is definitely in here with us tonight.
But I know what you mean though. I'm picking up what you're putting down, and that's all that fucking matters.
Yeah.
Right? Like...
At the end of the day, if you've been listening this far, then yes, you know exactly what I'm saying because you probably been there in some form or fashion trying to hide your highness from people.
I did that. The first time I did ecstasy was very similar.
Yeah.
Very similar, where I just had to hide it from like everybody and like, you know, but ecstasy was like, I was like more tweaking, I guess, at that time. Like that was not fucking like a hallucinating high. That was like, okay, well, I'm fucking up, and I got hella energy.
No, like, what the fuck am I gonna do? No, that's how acid was too, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's how it was too. It was like, I did it, and I stayed up all like till 5 a.m. when my mom was like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you awake?" I was like, "I don't know."
I don't know your face though.
No, I know exactly what's wrong. It is.
No, okay.
Mom, if you're listening, I love you, mama. You tried, you know, but we're here now, and it's okay.
Hey, he's alright.
Yeah, I'm okay, mama. I made it. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. But yeah, you know how it goes. I mean, when you're young, like I said, we put ourselves through shit that's just like, bro, it's like, I mean, and not everybody does it. Not everybody has a safe experience. I know a lot of people could say they had a bad experience doing some French shit. So it's not like I'm out here, what do you call it? In no way, shape, or form am I promoting this.
Right.
No, I'm not trying to glorify it. This is actually my experience. And you know, in hindsight, I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? I was tripping. Like even now, when you were looking at me, you're like, "How old are you?" I was like, "Yeah, bro."
No, yeah, for sure.
I was tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that like our experiences growing up are like a lot different, hopefully, than like a lot of people's. You know, like I'd say like the age that I first started smoking weed was like so young, and when I see my nieces and nephews now, and I'm like I don't know, I can't even imagine them, you know what I mean? But also I feel like we've created a different environment for our children than what we grew up in, you know? Like, thank you, Mom, you guys did what you guys could, you for sure, you know what I mean?
It was just a different generation. I don't know what it was like I don't know, like for reals. But at the same time, you know, everybody's journey is different though, because it's like we all share something in common in some way or form. That's why we kind of know each other. You dig what I'm saying? And how we know each other. And at the same time, it's like, yo, looking back at how I acted, it's like, yo, my mom wasn't. It wasn't that my mom was bad. It's just that I was just either I didn't have enough supervision or too much supervision. I couldn't tell you because somebody was always there. It was just me. You dig? And I know that now, and it's like, I you know, because my mom, she be hitting me. You know, we talked. I told you she came over. She was here for a while, and you know, she feels guilty. You know what I mean? But I'm like, you can't feel guilty. You work all the time. You work 2 jobs, like the whole time I was alive that I know of. You work 2 jobs, so you weren't on welfare. You weren't like this. And I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying it's like you did everything that you felt you could. You dig what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I was on welfare, but that's a different that's a whole different thing. Like, but you know what I mean? Like, she was, you know, she tried. You know what I mean? It's just that we were just bad, bro. And it wasn't that I was. I don't think that
there wasn't enough supervision for me. I was the 6th child out of like what my parents created.
We have 7.
Okay, what number are you?
I'm the middle. I have 3 older, 3 younger.
So you're like 4 or?
4.
You know,
yep, 4.
Number 4?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, see, so I feel like because of the large family dynamic, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of just fall through the gaps almost, like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's just, I don't know. It's because I think that when you have a big family like that, it's more stress on the parent. And so the kids sometimes raise each other. You feel what I'm saying?
Big time.
You know, because like...
Thank you, brothers and sisters, for sure.
For sure. Thank you, my oldest sister. I love her to death. Love all my family to death. My older sisters, my older brother, my little brother, everybody, my younger sisters. It's like, but, you know, it's the one where it's... it just happens that way.
That's how I kind of decided for my family how, like, at first going into creating a family, I wanted a large-ass family like how I had because of the dope ass memories that we created growing up. It was so much fun. But then after, I was like, nah, I'm gonna have 2 and call it good because the large family was just too much, I felt like, and I just didn't want like a lot of the same dynamics, you know what I mean, to happen. Like, and I felt like if it was just 2 children, regardless of like whether it's 2 boys or 2 girls or whatever,
it's enough for you to
it's
you
enough.
And your husband,
still supervise these motherfuckers and keep them in check and be there for them.
Be there. It's not overwhelming, and it's like, and don't get me wrong. Look, like I said, it's like people would say what they want to say, but there's a lot of pros and cons to having a big family. Sometimes, you know, in-house, and it ain't nobody's, because everybody's different. Like to me, I like to have a big family, but I would only like to have a big family if I could afford to make sure that they're all gonna get the opportunities they deserve, like college and shit like that. And 2, but that one's, you know, whatever. But 2, more than anything, I think it would be like I would like to have a big family if I was only able to give them the time that they all deserve.
But like, why would you want to have a big family though? Like
because of that. Because you know what? For all the bad times and all the hard shit that me and my family and my sisters and my siblings and my brothers went through, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
No, right?
Because I'm happy, they're happy. We're not perfect, and nobody in this motherfucking earth is perfect. So I always try to tell everybody that. I try to tell my mom, don't be sad, don't have, you know, don't be
regrets.
No regrets.
No
we're here
guilt,
now. That's
bro.
why I said we're here now. It's like, fuck it. You know, we all trying and going back to that, it's like whenever I see that type of shit, it helps me kind of relate to be like, okay, I understand why things are the way they are. You know what I mean? Whatever. And going back to what I was telling you earlier, actually, is a kind of a good segue when we were talking about my mom, and she was telling me, I was like, tell me, I want to get you recorded telling me our family history. And she was totally down. I told her a long ass time ago, by the way. I told her a hell of a long time ago, but it never really lined up until now, you know, and I feel like, you know, that's the best way because it wasn't forced.
It was natural.
It was natural, exactly. It wasn't like I was searching for, but I did want it.
Of course, right?
But I did want it. I'd be lying to you if I didn't want it, and I wanted it because, for a few reasons, like I told you. One, it's like, I think that it's interesting and to know about your history. You know, I know people like to fucking do their DNA and all that shit, but I don't really tripping about like who I was fucking or who my family was, and I want to know my direct, like, what branch am I off? You dig what I'm saying? That's all I really care about and know about them. So I always wanted to know, like, I never knew my grandma's maiden name. I didn't know, you know, who my grandpa was, or I didn't know anything about that, you know.
But now you have it all recorded, though.
I don't have it all, but I have a big chunk. You know, my mom was out here, you know, me for a couple weeks. We got to spend some time together, which is rare. We don't really necessarily get to do that. And in that time, I hit her up. I was like, that's something you're down? Because it was a lot of downtime. We're just hanging out. She didn't want to go places. We took her out to eat, and we tried to take her here. She goes like, I'm a homebody. She's also, if I could stay, we could stay home and just hang out. I'm like, it's like, bet, that's it. You know what I mean? I had to go run and do my shit, but whatever. So in that time, I was like, you know, you think, you know, she was like, yeah, we could do it. Sat down, you know, and I wrote a questionnaire of all kinds of things that I wanted to know. And she hit me with the raw truth, like the real shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, I liked it because I want to know for my own benefit. I liked it too because that would to me would be like a priceless heirloom that I could hand down to my grandkids and be like, this is your great grandma, instead of, because like I told you and I said it in a couple other podcasts, it's like, you know how many people that I know and I fucking love that passed away, and I can't even hear their voice. You know what I mean? There's nothing nowhere that I know of exists where they're speaking, you know what I mean, for much of anything. And you know, and in this generation, I know that's probably rare and weird, but I mean, you know, that's how we were. And think about it before that, how our parents and them were. Like, I don't have a lot of baby pictures. You know that? I have like maybe 3 that I know that are in existence, and my mom even showed me that. I got one with money in my mom.
Damn, you're that old, fool?
I'm that old. Damn, she it's a couple to the ribs right there.
No, I didn't realize you'd
right.
be like, you know, being able to order off the senior citizen menu soon.
Nah, hell no, I ain't that old. Shit. You better go find a senior citizen motherfucker standing next to me. And while we're talking shit, all you motherfuckers that are younger than me by 10 years, some of y'all motherfuckers look like the child. Y'all been through the ringer. You feel what I'm saying? So you got me fucked up. Check the Instagram. You feel me? I'm about to go on my rant right now. Now they shooting. I gotta shoot back. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, so you know, I got to see how this shit happens. It happens fast over here. You know what I mean? You gotta always have your shit on your hip because you never know, these motherfuckers get to shooting at you for no reason.
I stay ready.
You know what I'm saying? So it was cool. Got to chop it up with moms.
No, that's cool that you got that on. It's not record. How would you call this? Like,
it's on record.
It's on record. Is that how you call it?
Yeah, it's family history. It's recorded. It's recorded. It's recorded on audio. So I have her voice. Okay. I have put it this way. Like I said, the other thing that I found interesting is like, okay, never mind that it's a priceless thing for me and my family, but give it like 50, 100 years from now. You know what I mean? People are gonna like give it like 50, 60 years from now. People just hearing that in general are gonna be able to get a first-hand account of how life was in 1950 something. By somebody that actually lived from there.
When the fucking pandemic happened, I was like, the world's gonna fucking end. This is like The Handmaid's Tale, right? Is how I thought. And so I was like, I decided to start keeping a journal of like things that were happening during that time, or even things that were just important to me during that time. And I felt like that was my way of recording something, so that way 50 years from now, when I'm somebody's fucking Martha out there, you know what I mean?
when you're in the fucking old folks home and they're kicking your ass and you're like, I used to fucking have a podcast, you fuck face.
I could be like, this is what it was, you know, from my point of view, because people are gonna fucking wonder, you know, like,
and they're gonna make shit up, and they're gonna, because that's the thing about I've noticed is that people like to glorify shit. And put dubs on it. It's like, yo, where's the real fucking truth at? Like, for better or worse, this is what it was. And that's why I liked what, you know, with my mom and what she said, because she just kept it real.
Raw.
She just kept it real. She didn't lie. You know, she told me how it was back then. It was outlaw justice in Mexico and shit like that. So, you know, she kept it all the way funky. You know what I mean? So,
so that's so cool. I'm so happy for you that you got that on there for sure. And I feel like that's something that, like, people like need to do more often.
Underrated.
No, yeah, it needs to be done more often. Like, I wish, I don't know, like, I don't speak Spanish that well or understand it that well. And so, like, to hear that kind of history from my grandma would be priceless, you know? Like, I feel like if it were to be recorded, then maybe it might be not easily, but maybe it might be more easily translated than if, like, I was just listening to her, you know, talking in a room or whatever. But.
Yeah. Well, think of it like this. You could, I mean, I want to do it to preserve, like I said, my family history. So I it's recorded in Spanish. She's spoken in Spanish, but I don't have I could very well easily, like, you know, do all the what do you call it, subtitles for it. You know what I mean? And you know, it I don't understand everything in Spanish either. You dig what I'm saying? I speak it. I'm what you could call fluent adjacent. Like, I'm right next to fluent, but not quite, because I can't spell it.
Fluent adjacent.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, you know what I mean?
So that's something you made up? Is that like a real fucking thing?
I don't know. I mean, you gotta Google that.
It doesn't matter.
Like, this shit, I just be shooting off the top of the head, y'all. So, you know what I mean?
I'm sorry, Carrie.
I'm not fluent.
It just sounded real fucking natural, like.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah, that's how usually it should sound. You know what I'm saying? It's always natural, all natural. You dig? You know what I'm saying? But so yeah, do you think that'd be something that people would would be into?
Hell yeah.
I mean,
I'm into it, like, and I think that's 2 out of 2 people in this room that are into it. I think that speaks volume, you know.
Yeah, I mean, because it's like, no, it's not for like, I don't look at it like it's for mass consumption or everybody. I just look at it for, like, you know, my family. But it does have a lot of historical value to it because, you know, stuff like that. I
feel like even to get, like, my own mom, like, her point of view from the history, you know what I mean, would still be valuable, you know, because 20 years from now or 50 years from now, she's gonna be, like, pretty fucking ancient. Like, no offense, Mom, not
Damn, her clip ain't even empty. Her shit keeps shooting. That's crazy. Keep going though. Keep going.
I just mean, like, pretty much. Okay, she'll be like 100, bro. Like,
yeah, she about. Hey, hold on. Hey, hold on a second. She done brought that.
Can we change the subject? I don't want to anymore.
Nah, we riding with this. But no, I get what you're saying. No, I get it. I'm just talking shit, you know what I'm saying? Good thing your mom don't listen to my podcast that I know of, you know what I'm saying?
Now she's about to, because she's gonna be like, who's talking about me?
She'll be like, it's just your kids, the people that know you the best, you dig? That's all it is, you know? So, but yeah, you know,
that's dope.
Yeah, it's dope.
I'm
it was
happy
a good
for
experience.
you.
Thank you.
Fucking promote that shit so that way everybody can, you know?
Yeah. What's been good with you though? I mean, I seen that you was like, you know, you've been moving and grooving out here in this world. You know what I mean? How was your recent experience? You over here out here dipping into other podcasts and giving them your point of view. How's that going?
Oh my gosh, it was.
And I seen the picture, the promo pic. That's why. That's why they fuck with.
Bag. I mean, nah. I got him. Okay, just gotta.
But you know what though? Like I told you before, I was like, you could do this shit if you really wanted to. You know what I'm saying? If you really wanted to, you could do this. And hearing you on another platform, because I remember I told you when you did the other podcast, I was like, yo, you're dope. I was like, and you were telling me like, yo, I think I want to do one. I was like, you should. If you feel like it, you should do it. Try it. The very worst is that you have an experience, which is not even a bad thing, you know. And
I love
the very
experiences.
best. Yeah, I like to experience things. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Fucking creep. Yeah.
It was fucking dope. It was really cool. Her theme, that bottled up bitches, that kind of sexual, kind of body positive, like real
some of
sex
that BCE.
positive. BCE?
Yeah, that you guys were talking about that, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
BCE?
That's that feminine shit. That's that big clit energy. You know what I'm saying?
These goddamn acronyms.
This the new millennial
hella
shit,
old,
bro.
Spell it out for me.
Hey, even everything is a fucking acronym nowadays. You know what
I
I'm saying?
went to a fucking Mexican restaurant in Martinez, and they were like, "You want a BCR? Like, what the fuck is a BCR? You know what a BCR is?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
A bean, cheese, and rice burrito. Hell no, I don't want a BCR. I want a fucking... Anywho.
I'd have been like, I want a BJ. That's the fuck... where's that at? Can I get one of them? You know what I'm saying?
This is not that restaurant.
Oh, I don't know. You know, I'm just telling you what... Like I said, look, I live my everyday scenarios when I'm forced to go and face the world, you know, and crawl out from wherever
You just
I've
hope
been
for the
hiding.
best everywhere you go, or what?
No, I just, like I said, I have this whole 1980s, you know, positive philosophy, like movie type style thing where just something zany will happen and fucking some titties will get blown out of somebody's shirt, or, you know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna fall down hella funny, like, you know what I mean? I don't know, you know. Then again, it might be the fucking weed, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like you definitely like made me look at life a little bit differently after that last time, that mentioning, you know, of the dress and things, and I was like, oh, things like that could happen in life. Like, I need to be more optimistic.
You do. Always positive energy, always.
But yeah, so that big clit energy, going back to the B, C, E, right? Energy, big clit energy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about burritos again.
No burritos. We put the burrito away.
Alright. That's what she said. But anyways, keep going.
It was so much fun, and I do like talking. And that's why I love coming over here and just kind of invading your space and talking that bullshit.
Can I keep it 1,000 with you? I feel like you were holding back on the podcast.
Okay, well, you know why though.
No, it doesn't matter if you were. I mean, why? Why it's not important, because at the end of the day, is you have your reasons. You know what I'm saying? So, but because when you do this podcast, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like maybe because I'm more comfortable of a scumbag with you or something.
Because because I've known you. It's not like you're fucking.
Yeah, we have history for sure, right? So it's not our first time sitting down and talking that shit. Like,
and that's why I said that. Because even me, like, I find myself when I'm on somebody else's podcast and stuff like that, I don't really, whether it's just on purpose or it's because of that, it's like I don't really know. It's like, to me, like, being in person is better. But you know what I mean, when you do shit online, it's cool too if you got to do it. But it's like I'm more of an energy person. So what are you on? Like, how do I feel about you? Okay, you cool. Like, I can sense it type shit. You know what I'm saying? So when that happens, I don't feel like I do my best. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you did bad or nothing. I'm just saying.
No, I definitely got so much more to give, but
she got big nip energy too.
Hey, I'm just saying, free the tatas.
You know what I mean?
Fucking lucky
Free
I
and
wore a bra
fast.
tonight. God damn it. No, I'm just kidding.
Like I said, my life, I live it like an 80s movie. You feel me? At any time, some titties could pop out.
Fuck
and
that.
that's just, you know, it's just weekends at Bernie's or some shit like that for all I know. You know what I
Big
mean?
nip energy. Yeah, I think my nips are pretty fucking nice, actually. Like, I'm pretty proud of how, like, I've seen some that are just, like, not very proud, and mine are so proud.
Damn.
Yeah.
She said some of y'all be having your nips looking down at the ground like y'all.
No. Mine kind of look at the ground too. You know, okay, so check it out. Ready? You ready for it? Okay, so I told my husband that this song's been stuck in my head. You know, you've heard the, like, my pockets don't jiggle.
Yeah.
They fold. Okay, so I told him,
viral.
okay, and I'm going to keep it so 100 with you, okay? I said, my titties don't jiggle, jiggle. They fold.
What the fuck did he say? Yeah.
He laughs and he's seen and he agrees because they fucking do. Okay. Like, shit. Yeah.
Big folding energy then. All right, you know what I mean? Keep it 1,000.
Hey, body positivity. It is what it is.
I'm just like,
my titties do what they do.
That's what, hey, you got to be comfortable in yourself because a lot of people, you know.
I'm so proud of like everything that I am just because it took a long time for me to get how comfortable I am. And like a lot of people are still very uncomfortable with who they are.
That's what
and
I was
what
just
they
about
have,
to say.
you know, and like posting that picture that I gave to her, to Rihanna, you know, for that was like me stepping out of my comfort zone because I got pictures in my fucking vault for sure, but I don't just go be posting things like that like on my story all the time, like not as bold at least.
No, but I mean, at the end of the day,
but I don't know. I feel like people need to see it too, you know, like it's like, and more than just a sexual aspect in like, I don't know.
I don't like when people judge anybody out there, period, just showing whatever they're showing, you know, because it's like, you don't have to look, first of all, if you don't like it. Second of all, it's like, yo, like I told you earlier, I was like, I've seen maternity pictures, like, but you know what I mean? When a girl's about to have a baby, they are way worse. Only thing that's covering them is like a fucking, like their hands is covering their titties and you can't see the box. You feel me? Because they're sitting a certain kind of way. So I don't really, the box. When you open
the
it,
baby box.
When you open it, there might be a surprise in there.
Oh
it could
gosh.
be a good one, or it could be a bad one, or it could be an alright one, or it could be like, you know what? I need another. I gotta find out again just to make sure. You
like,
know
let me
saying?
close this one more time.
Let me wrap it up.
up.
Let me wrap it up and save it for later, and then I'll come back and I'll let you know if that's what's in that box is for me.
Stop.
And we're talking about gifts, by the way.
Yeah, sure, totally.
The best gift ever. The gift of life, the giver of life.
Do you think that's a gift though? Like
what?
If it's Valentine's or something and your girl's like, I got this pussy for you. This is your gift for Valentine's Day. Is that a gift? Like, can you consider that a gift?
It can be if we're on the understanding that if you get what you get what you give. So all I got is this dick. I'm gonna tie a bow around it for you, baby. Or I'm gonna tie it on my balls for you. What you
it's
like?
A matter of how you
want.
give it, right? Like,
I mean, it's the enthusiasm when you gotta give me some.
It's the thought behind it.
It gotta be some Valentine's Day shit. You know what I mean? Let me get some Valentine's Day head. You feel what I'm saying? Shit like that. But I mean,
I'm joking. I talk too much shit. I'm sorry.
I'm talking shit too. So I thought that's what we were doing. Hold on.
No, that's good. Okay.
No, I don't. I mean, no, for real. When it comes to that, I don't. I'm a big person. Like, you know, if it, as long as it's okay with you, you know, don't do something that you wouldn't want me doing. So if that's all you got to give me I'm cool with that. But just know that, just know I might have got you something else. But if I didn't, just know that if you got that, you good, right? Okay then. All right, so No Invite Podcast episode 90. We're moving, we're rocking and rolling right now. We got a good 46 minutes. How are you feeling?
Nice. I feel really happy. Thank you.
I feel great. Fuck yeah, bro. You know what? It ain't no sense in even like. We just gonna keep it like that. You know what I mean? I think that's just the right amount. You know, a little something. Sorry, everyone. Like I said, I had family over, so we kind of kept the podcast to a minimum. Just know that we ain't left you. We're not these other podcasts that, you know what I mean, tell you they're going to call, and then they never call, and then they ghost you, and then they box you, and then they ask you for your credit score, and they want to know what you got and where you keep it, and they want to know everything, but they don't want to tell you nothing about what they do. Now watch out, them red flags right there, y'all, because remember, if we don't do anything, we're going to keep it player on the No Invite Podcast. I do everything that I do here out of the sheer purpose of pushing whatever it is I'm doing forward, and that includes anyone that's doing the same thing I'm doing. So if I'm pushing for myself, I'm pushing for you as well.
Yay.
And that's how it should be. And I'm an encourager, and you know, just like I tell you, you should do your own podcast. I feel like this is a good medium. It's a good platform that people are enjoying now because they're tired of the fucking They're tired of the fake. You got to be proper because it's daytime TV and sponsors and shit. They want to hear real people. They want to hear real everyday shit that they could relate to. And some of us have a little sense of humor, so they want to hear that shit too. You know?
What my sister said too is that like when we're more authentic is when it makes it more enjoyable to listen to.
Exactly.
And I 100% agree, because when things are more scripted or kind of like forced, it's not as enjoyable as like the bullshit.
Yeah, you're right about that. And see, we dabble a little bit because this format right here is kind of how the No Invite originated. You know what I mean? We just, hey, how you doing? All right, fucking what's up? And we just,
how's your day been?
It's a whole fucking tangent upon tangent. You feel me? After that point, you dig? But you know, at the same time, I also like, for comedic value, I think, but I could be wrong. My listeners, y'all could definitely let me know. I won't take nothing personal, but I always like to get our take on current events, because I feel like that's just another way for you to relate to people. And you know, given in this day and age where everyone is fucking crazy and they take something and run with it, you might as well listen to the most craziest one.
Is there anything going on right now that you can think of?
There's all kinds of shit going on, but you know what, to be honest with you, I don't even want it to harsh my vibe. That school shooting shit got me fucked up. Rest in peace. I seen that, and that shit really, I felt that in my chest, because it's like anybody that's a parent could relate and feel that, and that's like a parent's worst nightmare. And I don't know. At the same time, it's just, I don't know, like I'm fucking weird. So it bothers me a lot. So that would be something I want to get a panel on, maybe, and we talk about in depth, because you're a parent, Anne's a parent, I'm a parent. Patty is a superhero out fucking saving galaxies from all sorts of shenanigans and monsters and whatnot. But when she's back on Earth, she's very motherly, you dig? So you know, it's just something that you know, I don't really want to talk about. It kind of, I feel like the vibe was cool. We did the podcast. We talked that shit.
Hey, I didn't even get to tell you my shrooming.
I know,
I
know that. What's up? Well, talk to me.
I'm just gonna tell you briefly, okay? Because
kick that shit. Kick that shit now. You don't reel it back. So.
Okay. So just bring it back in the Bottled Up Bitches. Yeah, right. That's what it's called. In that episode, I had mentioned how me and my husband were going to be going to Reno and doing that pepper mill thing, and I was doing a spa thing. So we had brought some shrooms with us, and like the first night we did them, and it was fine. Whatever, it was a lot of fun, and like how you mentioned the mushy noodles. Something inside the room. It was so much fun for sure. But the next day, I had a spa day lined up that was like a massage and a facial and a pedicure. So I had like the works. And I decided to microdose throughout the fucking spa day.
Jesus Christ. You're like, oh, I feel every little thing.
It was fucking legit.
It was cool though. You felt
I'm
good?
never gonna go to a massage without microdosing again. Are you kidding me?
It was dope.
Like my body, like, oh, it felt so.
Because you know they say like massaging, like, okay, so they say like doing acid and doing like LSD and stuff like that and shrooms, it's kind of like a way of almost meditating, right? And the same thing they say with like massages and like yoga and shit like that. It's a form of meditation. Like you could get into, so I'm like, damn, you did fucking microdose and you got a massage. Okay, so what happened?
It was just like a fucking whirlwind, and I felt like I was in outer space for just a moment. And I just had to like pull myself back. It was beautiful. It was like an amazing.
Like almost disappeared into the astral plane, but you know, it was beautiful.
I ended up sharing with my masseuse that like I had microdosed beforehand and that like it was fucking worth it, and I'm gonna do it again.
What'd he say?
It was a woman. She was with it, and she was like, wow, you know, I've always wondered about that. Like, and sometimes I think she said that her colleagues or something have like, you know, messed around with something like that or whatever. And so it was cool. Like, the whole fucking experience was dope. Like, that was probably one of my favorite times because I really got to enjoy myself, which I really like when I shroom is, I like to go, like, on my own high. It's, like, a personal thing. And, like, I don't really like to I'll do it, like, I'll share it with other people and like, you know, be with other people and stuff. But it's more of a personal thing for sure.
Yeah, it's like a personal.
So that day at the spa was so great because I was able to just be by myself and be like hella weird.
And it's hella funny because everybody's you're probably thinking everybody knows, but nobody knows. So you look like to them like you're moving around like somebody knows, but nobody knows.
They know. They know. He's like, pull over. I've already pulled over.
Hey, it's funny. No, it's because you know what, but it's also all a lot of what do you call that, myth behind it, and a lot of what do they call that? It's besides myth, it's like when it's bad, it's like there's just a lot of negativity that's associated with I'm not gonna speak for acid because people are whatever, but as far as like shrooms and shit, like there's a lot of negativity associated with that because but at the same time it's been recognized to be able to help people, especially people struggling with like depression and addiction. And
in Oregon I think they're using it like for treating PTSD or like some kind of
traumatic experiences,
trauma kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean,
tapping into like, have you used mushrooms to fucking like tap into yourself and like be like on a personal journey, or have you just like done it to get like fucking like trippy?
Both. I feel like it is every time you do it, whether you realize it or not, that it's a deeper experience. You know what I mean? It's like it's really one of those things that's really made for you to like discover yourself. You know what I mean? Explore yourself, and if you can't ever be yourself for whatever reasons, that allows you to be yourself for a minute and be at peace. You know, and you also got to understand it's not for everybody. Some people, you know, have anxiety, and some people don't know. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. This month of May has been fucking weird, and I have not been in the right headspace to like microdose. But I feel like this morning I woke up and June 1st is fucking beautiful. And it's amazing, and I'm gonna microdose probably when I go home. Like legit, like I don't got shit to do tomorrow, so if I stay up late tonight, that's fine. Like,
happy for you, happy trips, happy trails. You dig?
There's that.
Nah, but that's dope. That's dope. I got so many other stories when it comes to this shit. It's like I don't even. You know, I mean, we'll get to that at another time. Stay tuned for the next episode of. But So everything's been good with you. Everything's good. Like I said, congratulations for the podcast. I appreciate you being here. Short notice. We wanted to give the people something, you know, because we kind of, like I said, we skimped them out for like 2 weeks. All those people that have abandoned, you know, ship and are like, they're done for. They're finished.
Come back.
Stay where you're at and watch this. Fuckers. And for all the people that say, and for all the people that stuck around, we appreciate you very much. And, you know what I mean? Here's to you. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Good thing that we
so
don't,
much.
You know what I mean? You know, just wanted to spread some positive vibes. You know how it fucking goes. You feel what I'm saying? With that being said, episode 90, No Invite Podcast, season 3, the progression. We're moving and grooving, and we're gonna hold it down no matter what the fuck we got going on. Where can they find your masterpieces?
Hey, come look at me at Totally Tie-Dyed Designs.
Masterpieces. She's wearing one right now.
Yeah,
one of one, never to be duplicated ever. You get no more exclusive than that, bro. Like,
you really don't. Fucking come check my shit out.
You know what I like about what you do?
What's
is that you're able to take anything and remix it and put your own flair on it. You dig what I'm saying?
That's my favorite part. Like your shirt, the whole night I've been looking at it. I want to fucking hit that shit with some dye. Like, do you have another color like that? Like
another yellow.
I'm sorry. No, you don't have any.
No, because
it's okay. You don't have to explain yourself unless you want to.
Well, just those one-on-one things, you feel me? Like,
okay, I see.
This is different, you know?
Oh, okay. Other ones don't usually have that one because I see.
Nah,
your
some
girl
of them
has
do.
One too,
yeah, because those are hers. Yeah, because
you guys are hot. I like that.
Yeah. You know, we gotta have something that's for us. You know? But you know, like you know, that's what I like about what you do, though. Real shit.
Thank you.
The fact that you could take something and remix it and just give it a whole nother life, a whole nother look. That shit's crazy. You know what I mean? So shout out if they hadn't already follow you. Tell them where they can follow you at to watch your masterpieces again.
Totally tie-dyed designs on Instagram.
You better get used to saying that.
I can't. Okay, I will. You're right. Fucking
You better
speak that
get used to
into
saying
life.
that. Now you're getting a couple podcasts under your belt, so you know.
Okay. I'm gonna get so much better. I promise you. I'm gonna speak it in the mirror when I go. Not home tonight, but another night. But
exactly, get in the mirror like Eminem and shit, Mom Spaghetti and all that shit. You feel me? Fucking 8 Mile in this motherfucker. No Invite Podcast. Season 3, the progression, like I said, episode 90. We appreciate y'all. Shout out everybody that's been checking with us. If you really, really want to keep up with us, man, make sure you hit up no_invite_podcast. That's where you get all the news and updates. Kind of like the update I gave y'all and let y'all know that we weren't going to have an episode for a week or two. So you're not stressing. So you're not over there fucking in the corner cutting yourself and shit. Or fucking, you know what I'm saying, burning yourself with cigarettes. And I'm not making light of nothing. Because I know people like that. Because I used to be one of them. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, it's the No Invite Podcast.
Take care of yourself.
Be well. Spreading positivity and joy. So, you can follow us on Instagram at no_invite_podcast. If you really, 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 really want to support us, you could go to our YouTube page, go on and subscribe. You know, comment, slander us. Tell me how my last joke was insensitive. Because these are all jokes, people, by the way. Don't fucking forget, I'm a comedian. You know, if you don't believe me, ask your bitch. She can confirm it. You dig? So, with that being said, you can follow us or subscribe to our channel, RiBirth Media Films. It's RiBirth Media Films with a Z. Subscribe, talk that shit. I don't block people on my YouTube. I welcome that slander.
That's why you got all them sugar mama shits hitting you.
That's different. That's Instagram. You know, I don't give a fuck what nobody says. They got it out for me because I did that survey and like 7% said it happens to them, and like fucking 20-something% said it doesn't happen to them, and everybody else said there's something like they eat ass. I forgot. Maybe I'm confusing the two surveys. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, we in this motherfucking thing. No Invite Podcast. We appreciate y'all. And we out.